This is a step-by-step guide on how to start investing at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Now, this is going to be a very direct explanation on how to start investing at the NSE, and this is going to be broken into three different parts. Now, the very first part that we are going to talk about is how to create an account, which we'll use to trade or invest at the NSE. Then the second part, we will talk about how to start buying and selling these publicly listed company shares at the NSE. Then lastly, we will be looking at how to make money at the NSE. Now, the very first thing that you need before you can start trading at the Nairobi Securities Exchange is what we call the brokerage account. It's normally referred to as the CDSC account, or the Central Depository and Settlement Corporation account. Now, the Central Depository and Settlement Corporation account is an account that is being offered by a number of agents, and these agents, they may range from some independent agents to some commercial banks to many other types of agents. Now, right now, you can see we are on this particular page, and this is a brokerage account that has been offered by one of the investment banks in the country. If you go to a commercial bank, you will also find that they are acting as an agent or as agents to the CDSC, Central Depository and Settlement Corporation. Now, the very first step is to open an account. First, you need to identify a reputable brokerage agent or a CDSC agent. Once you have done that, whether it is a commercial bank or an investment bank or just an independent broker, you will go and open a CDSC account with them. Maybe there are some of the things that you will be asking you to bring on board before you can open that account. Some of the requirements that you may be asked is the passport photo, 1. 2 is the KRA PIN certificate. 3 is the national ID. Then 4, there is an account opening form which they will send to you. You fill in that account opening form, then you send back to them. Another requirement that I am just about to forget is the account statement. It may be account statement or M-Pesa, depending on where you would be expecting your dividends to be paid. But most preferably, I normally recommend the commercial bank accounts. Now, in this case, you will have to provide a bank account statement. Now, the bank account statement will just tell these people that you are in a position to be buying and selling these shares. That's the very first step. Now, the time that it normally takes for this CDSC account to be approved by the said brokers normally ranges from 3 days to even 1 week, sometimes even 2 working days to 1 week. Now, once your account has been approved, we are moving to the second step. Now, the second step is where you are now going to identify those publicly listed company shares that you want to buy. Remember, at the Nairobi Securities Exchange, there is a number of publicly listed company shares that have been listed, and they normally fall under different categories or different sectors. We have the banking sector. On this page, you can see we have ABSA. ABSA is under banking sector. Another company under the banking sector, we have the Stanbic Bank. Another company under the banking sector, we have Cooperative. You can see Diamond Trust Kenya. You can see another one, Equity Bank. You can see Family Bank. You can see this is Housing Finance Corporation Kenya. This is I&M, that is Investment and Mortgage Bank. Then we have KCB. Yes, we have a number of companies under the banking sector. There's also those companies that are falling under the agriculture sector. There are those companies falling under the energy sector, manufacturing sector. Yes, so you just have to understand which sector you are picking your companies or shares from. Once you have done that, please, before you do so, before you buy any share at the Nairobi Securities Exchange, ensure that you have done your analysis. You have a rough understanding of the fundamentals. so that you will be able to buy those companies which are going to increase in price or appreciate in their value, or those companies that you know they are going to pay you good dividend. Now, let us say that you have opened an account or CDSC account with this particular broker. This is Faida Investment Bank. This is what is going to happen. Let's say we want to buy a banking share. This is the Bank of Kigali. You are going to click on this is where you are going to click on. That is after you have created your watch list. You are going to click just beside it. Then you can see we have two columns. We have the bid column and the ask column. The bid column, these are people who are asking to buy these shares. So if you are going to place a limit or an order to buy these shares, then your order is going to appear on the bid side. The ask side is for the people who are selling their shares. If at any point you are going to sell those shares that you have bought, then you place a limit order or a sell order, then your orders are going to appear on the ask side. Now, on these two columns, again, they are divided into two parts. We have the bid quantity. Let's start with the bid side. We have the bid quantity side and the bid price side. The bid quantity will show the total amount or the total number of shares that are being sold at a particular price. Let's say we are talking about the total number of shares that are being bought, or maybe the buy orders at the price of 58. We'll have there, let's say there are 1,000 shares of Bank of Kigali. The 1,000 shares will fall under the bid quantity. Then the price at which these people want to buy the share, let's say it's 58. 58 will fall under the bid price. The same applies to the ask price and the ask quantity. Now let us come to this point where we have pricing and how the prices move. You can see open price, closing price, the high and the low. Now when we are talking about the low price, we are talking about the lowest price that was ever traded at during that particular trading day. When you look at the Bank of Kigali price or share, you can see the lowest price that it was ever traded during the day. During that day was at 55 Kenyan shillings. Then the highest price it managed to attain during that trading day is at 59. Then we're looking at the closing price. The closing price, you can see it is at 58. It will depend on whether you are using the app or the web. Yes, then you are going to also look at the percentage change. This is percentage change in comparison to the previous day. So when you look at this, you are going to see this is a positive sign. It is a positive percentage change. That means that there is some increase in price from the previous trading day. Then now let's say you want to buy. You have just created your account, now you want to buy. This is what you are going to do. You are going to click on the buy button. When you click on the buy button, now you can see the first one. We have the security itself, its ticker, that is BKG, the Bank of Kigali. Then you have the instrument type, that is normal. Then the quantity, you have to specify the quantity of share that you want to buy. Let's say it's 1,000 shares of Bank of Kigali. Then you have to decide on the order type. In this case, we have two different types of order. We have the limit order and the market order. When we talk about the limit order, it means that you want to set a specific price at which you want to buy this particular share. Yes, let's say that you want to buy this share at the price of 57. You do like that. And now what happens if we decide that we do not want to go with the limit order, but instead we want to go with the market order? You are going to click on this. Then you are going to see they have inactivated or they have deactivated the price where you are supposed to enter the price, because for the market order, it is going to pick the most available orders in the market, or the price, the most available or the most competitive price in the market. So you are not going to decide the price at which you want to buy the shares. The market is going to decide that for you. So that is why we normally say you better go for the limit order, because at this point you can specify the price at which you want to buy your share. Let's say 57. Then we come to the validity. Validity, if you say that you want it to be within a day, you are just going to click on a day, then delivery. Now if I say it is on a day, in 1 day, because the market is already closed at this particular moment, this day is going to start from the following day, the following trading day, not just the following day, the following trading day. Then by the end of that day, if I will have not been able to buy these shares at that particular price, then that particular order will automatically cancel. If I come to this option of GTD, now at this point I can decide on the validity of my order. I may say that I want it to go up to 31st of the month of July. Then once I do that, let's say that it is just a day, let me click on buy. Now apart from the amount of money you are spending on buying this share, there are other charges. First, there is a brokerage charge. It will depend, maybe it normally ranges from 1.2% even to 2.5%, depending on the time of the day and also the amount of shares you buy. There are also statutory charges. This include taxes and other levies. Now they are adding up to that amount. So this is the total amount you are going to pay. Ensure that that amount is already in your account, in your CDSC account. Now up to that point, we are done with the first two areas that we wanted to talk about: opening an account and buying share. Buying and selling share is more or less the same. Yes, if you want to buy your share, you just come here and say sell shares. Now let us look at two main ways through which an investor makes money at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. The very first one is through what we call capital gains. Capital gain, this is how it works. You buy your share today. Let's say you have bought the Bank of Kigali at the price of 58. Then 1 week later, the price is up to, let's say, 62 Kenyan shillings. Now, when we get the difference, 62 Kenyan shillings minus 58 Kenyan shillings, that is 4 Kenyan shillings. That is the gross profit per share. If you had, let's say, 1,000 shares, it is going to be 4 times 1,000. That is 4,000 Kenyan shillings profit. That is capital gains. Maybe if you take into consideration the transaction cost, it may be something like 2,500 net profit, net capital gains. That's the very first way through which people make money, and that is why you normally hear people talking about making even 100%, because they buy a stock when the year begins, then 1 year later the price has doubled in its price. Then the second way is through what we call dividend payments. Dividend payments are normally made when the company has made some significant profit, and therefore they are distributing part of that profit back to the shareholders. Maybe by the end of the year, you see the Bank of Kigali is giving its shareholder, maybe they say like they are giving you 3 Kenyan shillings per share. So if you have 1,000 shares, they are going to give you like 1,000 times 3, that is 3,000 Kenyan shillings. And of course, there is a withholding tax for Kenyans. The withholding tax for Kenyan citizens is 5%. So if it is 3,000 in dividends, you are going to factor in the 5% withholding tax. Now that is exactly how it works. That is just an introduction on how to start trading or start investing at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. We'll also be looking at how to do deep analysis of different types of shares, different types of stocks, different types of companies, so that we can get to understand how to make the right investment decisions.